You wake up choking on poison because your first breath is full of the insecticide meant for your mother. You hatch in a brown purse of eggs, an ootheca, glued under a cabinet, inside a wall crack, behind a warm refrigerator coil dusted with boric acid and pyrethroid residue. 40 siblings packed beside you. No room, no light, only heat, oil, mildew, metal. You don't see the world first, you smell it. That's how cockroaches navigate: scent, temperature, vibration. You push out soft and white, pale as paper. If light hits you now, you dry out and die. So you hide, you wait. Your cuticle hardens, coffee brown armor clicks into place. Now you run. You run because everything here is faster and bigger. Shoes, brooms, spiders, centipedes, other roaches. Rule 1, touch two surfaces. Corners, cracks, edges. It's called thigmotaxis, comfort in contact. Walls feel like safety. Open space feels like death. You taste the room with your antennae, grease highways, sugar dust, dishwasher steam, pipes that sweat at dawn. You memorize a city humans never notice. You eat anything: crumbs, soap, glue, hair, book bindings, skin flakes, your own dead. You can go a month without food, but only a week without water. So you live by sinks, toilets, drains, the places people call filthy, the places you call fountains. At night, your city awakes. Hundreds pour from the walls. Footsteps ripple through tile like thunder. You track heat with the hairs on your legs. You follow invisible roads of oil and sugar. The dark belongs to you. Until a switch flips. Light isn't the danger. What follows it is. Scream. Impact. Wind from a swinging shoe. You bolt before the click finishes because you're Circe. The tiny wind sensors at your tail feel the air move faster than light reaches the wall. You molt 5, 6, sometimes 7 times. Each time you split your shell and crawl out of yourself. Soft again, white again, vulnerable again. Each time you hide until you harden. You learn to do it in silence. You breathe through spiracles on your sides. That's why you can live without a head for a week. But that's not a superpower. It's a sentence. You walk, you thirst, you starve. Then you die anyway. You can hold your breath for 40 minutes, flatten to fit a crack the width of a coin, regrow a lost leg over several molts. Impressive, but all it buys you is more running. Species don't change the story, just the scale. German cockroach, 30 to 40 eggs per case. Females carry the ootheca until days before hatching. American cockroach, 14 to 16 per capsule. Bigger body, longer legs, deeper drains. Different names, same war. You map the house by night, behind the stove, under the dishwasher, along the wall where the paint flakes. You know the leaks, the crumbs, the silent habits of a family you never meet. Predators map it too. Spiders string wires across your highways. Centipedes wait like living traps, legs like knives. You feel their breeze and decide in a heartbeat, move now or be dinner. Humans escalate. Sticky traps, powders, gels, residual sprays that stay deadly for weeks, baits designed to taste like cookies. Some poisons kill you quick. Flip, kick, stop. The slow ones are worse. They dry you out from the inside. They scramble your nerves. They make you crawl to water you'll never reach. You don't die alone. You die where others find you. You feed them by accident. Secondary kill, poison passed from one mouth to the next like a secret. You eat a sibling and swallow the bullet inside them. Your colony adapts. Fast. Populations evolve glucose aversion. Sugar tastes wrong. Sweet baits fail. The war resets. Humans switch formulas. You switch instincts. Nobody wins. Everybody runs. A night arrives that feels different. Air pressure heavy. Cabinets empty. Floor clean. No crumbs. No water. Silence that smells like a trap. You scout anyway. You have to. You follow a thin trail to a blue dot in a corner. It smells like food. It is not food. You eat. You share. You doom the ones who touch your mouth. A fogger hisses, not into your crack, into the room where you feed. It doesn't reach you. It drives you deeper, into walls, into vents, into other rooms where snacks fall from small hands and the cycle waits with open arms. You starve a week. You drink condensation off a pipe. You choose soap and cardboard and the glue from a label. You live long enough to drop one more capsule. You look fearless. You're not. You're a collection of reflexes held together by hunger. Bravery is chemistry. Night after night, you survive disasters most animals never face. Footsteps that are earthquakes, doors that are storms, a falling pan that becomes weather, an entire thunderclap in a single human sigh. You breed because you must. A single female, hundreds of offspring in a short life, sperm stored for months, capsule after capsule without mating again. Each ootheca is a time bomb taped under the sink. You do not know your mother. She does not know you. You know warmth, water, the taste of grease, the warning chemicals of your dead. Daylight means hiding. Night means work. Between them is molting, repairing, scavenging, sprinting, replacing the ones who didn't make it. You learn the paths in your first week. You run them until you can't. Then the big clean comes. Trash sealed, leaks fixed, cracks caulked, baits rotated. Traps where you expect crumbs, air dry, surfaces cold. Hunger gets louder than fear. It always does. You risk open tile, 5 steps, 10. A shadow rises, wind hits your back. You launch for the baseboard and miss by a hair. Impact. Silence. Still. Your body feeds the next wave. Protein in, protein out. Your death becomes the strength in smaller legs that will run faster than you did. Elsewhere in the wall, a capsule opens. White nymphs spill like milk. They will harden. They will memorize the map by night. They will inherit your shortcuts and your enemies. They will build a city out of crumbs and courage and never stop running. So why does it suck to be born a cockroach? Because your first breath is poison. Because your first step is a sprint. Because every room is a trap, every meal a test, every drink a bet. Because your best tricks, holding your breath, living headless, eating anything, are just longer ways to die. Because you never stop. Not for an hour, not for a day, not for your whole life. You outlive the boot until you don't. And no one notices when you finally stop. Facts won't save you. They only explain you. German cockroach, 30 to 40 eggs per case. American cockroach, 14 to 16. Breathe through spiracles, hold breath 40 minutes. Month without food, about a week without water. Regrow legs across molts. Populations evolve bait avoidance. Headless? About a week. Then thirst. None of that is freedom. It's survival. And survival isn't living. So the next time someone flips on a light and watches you scatter, remember this. They're not seeing monsters. They're seeing a disaster drill with legs. Creatures built to endure, cursed to spend every second proving it. Thank you for watching. If this changed the way you see the shadow in your kitchen, hit subscribe, drop a like, and share it with someone who swears roaches never die. They do. They just don't stop running until the last second.